Hi, my name is Xinxin. Today my topic is interpreter's language choice of note-taking when doing consecutive interpreting. I'm going to divide my presentation into 4 parts as follows. First, I will introduce consecutive interpreting. Next, I will introduce the importance of note-taking in consecutive interpreting. And then I will talk about language choice in note-taking. And finally, draw my conclusion. So first, what is consecutive interpreting? Consecutive interpreting is a mode of interpreting in which a speaker makes a speech or say a few sentences while the interpreter takes notes. Then the interpreter reproduces what the speaker has said for the audience in another language. It can take place in person, over the phone, or via video conferences. When doing consecutive interpreting, there are 3 main actions, which are: first, listen actively; second, analyze; and finally, reproduce. Note-taking is part of the second phase of analyze. When the source text is listened to and analyzed, the interpreter is taking notes and write down the most important information. Memory plays an important role in interpreting. However, it is obviously not possible to remember and recall 5 minutes of text. It has been proved that note-taking is useful in consecutive interpreting due to several reasons. First, notes facilitate the reception and analysis of the source language speech by improving concentration and preventing distraction. Second, notes decrease the burden imposed on memory, as interpreters can resort to their notes to remembering names, dates, and numbers. Third, notes can be used to highlight missing details and anything that requires later attention. Therefore, notes are of vital importance in consecutive interpreting. Third, I will talk about interpreter's language choice of note-taking when doing consecutive interpreting. One of the most frequently applied aspects concerning to the choice of language is the distinction between source language and target language. Several suggestions have been put forward to take notes in the target language, allowing the interpreters to move away from the source language surface structure to avoid interference, and to pay increased attention to the reformulation in the target language. In contrast, there has been an equally large group of experts advocating the use of the source language. They say it is safer to prepare notes in the incoming language because in this phase, there's various activities carried out simultaneously. However, the choice of language in note-taking seems to be governed mainly by the interpreter's language combination and much less by the task. Data shows that interpreters prefer to take notes in the A language, regardless whether this language is source language or target language. Conversely, the use of the B language is very rare. Interpreters are likely to take notes in whichever language is easier and therefore faster. On the one hand, writing in one's first language is likely to be easier and faster than writing in one's B language because of the differences in the levels of mastery of this language. On the other hand, in terms of ease of processing and writing, taking notes in the source language is easier and faster than in the target language. In conclusion, A language and source language are likely to be the competing parameters in note-taking, and B language and target language are less attractive choices. Thanks for listening. And here are the references.